It's Tracey and Noelle. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk.
Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk. This is episode 157. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by comedian Noelle Winters Herzog.
Noelle Winters H.
Noelle W. Herzog.
That's me. I'm here.
We're here to talk about
comedian.
You are a comedian. We're here to talk about Before the 90 Days, season 5, episode 7. I lied to everyone.
About what?
I don't want to watch this anymore.
It's getting to be that time.
It's the time where I'm like, why can't we just have one episode on each couple,
Right.
like Catfish, and then move on?
Or if the episodes were the single life, like how the first one was an hour and a half and then the rest
Right.
of them are
The
like
rest of them are
45
regulars.
minutes. If this was 45 minutes long, it would be much easier to watch.
Much more digestible.
Much more digestible. I wouldn't
Palatable, if
dread
you
it
will.
so much.
You wouldn't dread it. I wouldn't dread it either. You know what else I don't dread? Our Patreon episodes at patreon.com/trash talk podcast, where you could find that we're covering 90 Day Fiancé, the single life. Now, Noelle,
Yeah.
how many times do you post about the single life? How many times do we say it on this podcast?
Oh God, all the time. Does nobody listen to us?
You posted last week, oh, and there's a new episode of the single life, and people were like, where? I didn't know you guys were doing the single life. And you know what? Just shows you don't listen.
But it's all the time. But this gets posted every week and we talk about it on the podcast. Literally.
Not enough. It's
No,
never enough.
It's never enough. And I kind of like watching Single Life. I also don't, but I don't hate it.
I don't hate it because it's quick, but I will tell you this. If you guys love us, go over to anywhere you listen to us and give us a 5-star rating and an amazing review, just like Mandy Rupu did.
Ooh, okay.
Love Tracey and Noelle. Listening to Tracey and Noelle feels like the first time Zayed eats a mozzarella stick. Euphoric. Thanks for the continuous laughs week after week. Thank you, Mandy Rupu.
Oh, I love you. I'm a mozzarella stick.
Greg Otto says, laugh out loud funny. These ladies are so witty and real. We enjoy them. They are our go-to on car trips. And I'm assuming that he's talking about his partner and him.
Oh, I love this.
Oh,
Or maybe his puppy.
Maybe his puppy.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
his
never know.
hamster.
Okay, I don't know how hamsters do in the car.
They do okay. I mean, honestly,
How do you know that they don't get car sick?
I think it depends on the hamster. It's hamster to
But
hamster.
also, like, how much is going to come out of them? You know,
right. Like you
when
could
they're
probably
car
clean it
sick.
up with like a Q-tip.
a teaspoon, right?
Noelle. All right. Well, if you want to hear more of that, you know where to go. Patreon.com/trash talk podcast. If you want to hear about hamster car rides, Usman.
And Kimberly.
He's wearing Binyam's jeans.
He is wearing Binyam's jeans.
So
I like him.
I don't mind
Yeah,
him,
I don't mind
except he's
her.
a scam artist.
Oh no, Kim. I'm saying I don't mind Kim.
Oh, okay.
I
I don't
like
mind
her.
Usman either, but he's a scam artist. I like Kim
Oh,
so far.
I don't mind Usman. You know why? Because even though he's a scam artist, he's still very nice.
Mhm.
He's never like mean.
No. So they're gonna go to Stone Town in Zanzibar.
Right.
So Queen Kimberly and King Africa go to Stone Town. That's what he calls himself, King Africa.
But okay, so he says I like you, and she says I love you.
And then he says nothing else.
Okay, but also she goes, and I don't say that in person. I only say it on the phone. So this is like a lot for me, or this is like big
Okay,
for me.
what made you love him? The
Right.
fact that he doesn't want to kiss you?
The fact that he calls you potential?
The fact that he calls you a super fan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So she tells him that she loves him. He's like, thank you so much. That's so nice. So she wants to buy him a Michael Jackson fedora in the gift shop.
Yes, because that's what he wore in Smooth Criminal.
Yeah. And she wants him to dance like that for her.
Okay. She has a fetish?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She said that she loves being seen in public with him.
I guess because she thinks he really is like a superstar.
Yeah. It's just her though.
Yeah, right. I mean, if I saw Usman, I'd be like, oh, Usman. But I would know him from the show, not for being
Correct.
Soulja Boy. That's the thing.
Right. You and everyone else.
Right.
Okay. She said that she really wants kissing and sleeping in bed with him though.
But why don't you just start off with kissing?
And then she says, quote, you knew you'd be my own personal Michael Jackson, right? This is bordering.
Why are we doing this?
I don't really want to say how I really feel about this.
I know. Mm-hmm.
But I do. And you guys know what I'm going to say. You know what you could see through my brain.
Yeah, I see it.
Mm-hmm. You guys know. So she asked him to give up his room to someone else.
That's crazy.
Okay. But
Yeah.
he can't just stay in your room. He has to give it up.
Well, that's the thing. She doesn't want him to have the option to leave. That's crazy. To me, that's OD. Why can't you be like, why don't you stay in my room tonight?
Or why don't you come back to my room and we can hang
Why
out?
don't you come and watch a movie with me?
Right. Not
It's
like,
so weird. Why is it like
it's
so,
all or nothing.
That's what I mean. Right. It's like, why is it the end all be all?
Could you imagine
No.
if the roles were reversed?
No.
And he was telling her that she had to give up her room because she had to stay with him and have sex with him.
And he was like, he was just like, but you have to have sex with me. You have to have sex with me. Could you imagine?
No.
No, I can't believe it. Just like, if the roles will reverse in so many of these, Angela and
Yes.
Michael, it's not okay.
He said that they can stay together only if they decide to be together. And he said that she agreed. And she said that he has to respect her rules too.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you about this. So he's saying you knew my rules coming in, and then she's like, well, you have to respect mine. So she's making up new rules?
New rules is that he has to sleep with her.
Okay.
He said that his ex was very pushy. And
he's
then,
not wrong.
Then he said to her, quote, you know that I did not want to from day one, meaning he didn't want to stay in her room from day one.
Right. He didn't.
Very adamant about this.
But the thing is, she said that before she went there. She said he was adamant about us having separate rooms.
Right.
So
now she's
doing?
really mad. But also, why can't you take a hint?
But also, you're making yourself mad.
Yes.
So
she said that she's done everything that she could to try to make him stay in her room.
And then it's like, I'll never ask him again. I'll never ask him again. You will.
I watched you in the coming attractions.
Yeah.
So she said that she doesn't know why he won't stay with her. And now he's trying to hold her hand because he sees that she's very angry.
But she won't let him. Like, okay, now you hate him?
She's mad. She wants to play kind of like hard to get, but
I
at
hate
the same
that.
He's manipulating and she's manipulating.
But that's what I mean. And I don't like when women do that. When they get so desperate, it's like, oh, now you can't touch me. It's like, all right, he doesn't want to stay in the room with you. What are you going to do? At least enjoy your time there then.
Right.
Then go
but
home.
like he was pretty upfront about this.
Yes. He didn't give you false hope. Yes.
He did, but he did. I don't know. This is a weird situation.
I think he gives false hope about it being potential, but he never said, I'm definitely going to be with you. We're definitely going to hook up. I'm going to stay with you. He did not say that.
No. So she's batting his hand away. And she said that she's not like his ex-wife and will not force anything.
Seems like you're trying to force things to me. Although I do feel bad for her though, too, because I feel like she's looking for any kind of sign that he likes her.
Yeah, of course. So he's trying to talk to her like a puppy. He's like, no.
That's what you do to me.
I do. And and she bought it just like I buy it. That's when I lose you in a store.
Yeah, this is how she calls me over.
Yeah. And what do? You know where I am.
I know. And then I come over and I feel so stupid. She throws snacks at me.
I bet you anything. If I threw Hershey Kisses in Target, you would find me.
Yeah, I would.
You would smell. I would just have to open the wrapper.
I would hear it. My ears would go up.
That crinkle. I know that crinkle.
Yum.
So now they're laughing and joking.
Right, because he's so, what is it? He's so charming. It's disgusting.
Oh my God, so charming. He just,
that's bad. That's a bad sign.
Very bad sign. So then he daps her. Good night.
Okay, I fainted there.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even hug her.
He doesn't.
I think he was afraid that she would try to kiss him. Maybe.
She would go in for it. So 2 hours later, he comes to her room and she is giddy.
Yeah, her tail was wagging.
Her tail was wagging all the way, and he's acting very sheepish.
Right, like his tail is between his legs.
Yes. So he will stay, and she's ecstatic.
Yes.
Immediately, she asked him if he wants to have sex.
Right, but why can't she just be like, okay, he's here. Let's just hang out. Why do you have to keep pushing? This is just not who I am.
He said this is for a prostitute.
What, having sex, I guess?
Yeah, like I guess rushing into things. And he wants a line of demarcation in the bed.
That is hilarious.
That was so funny. He's me.
I know. Also, I do that to Matt all the time.
I have been building pillow walls
It's true.
for years.
But it's funnier that he's holding the pillow wall, but not her. That is funny.
What do you think I do?
Because she's like, you could be holding me. And he's like, no, please don't move the pillows. Please don't move the pillows. That is very funny. But again, I do feel bad for her because obviously she likes him.
Sure, but at the same time, it's like,
Right. But it's true. Take a hint. And also, every single person, Memphis, Alina, Kimberly, everybody's banking everything on sex. Stop.
It's so weird.
Yeah. Stop. Stop being so desperate.
It's really kind of creepy. So now he starts talking about his yummy.
Yammy. And she's like, what's that? He's like, have you ever heard of a yam?
Yeah, it's a sweet potato, bro. Yeah, I do know because I remember Michael sweat his salt into his mashed yams
in the driveway.
in the driveway.
Right. He had a paddle. That's right.
Yeah, of course.
He was making the most glutinous
He was making
mashed potatoes I've ever seen.
Yam paste.
Yeah. Salted yam paste.
But it's like he wants her to lust over him.
Yes.
He
wants her to be a super fan.
Yeah. Ugh.
No, listen, he's a jerk, but he's also, I don't know. I think he thinks that she's a little more passive than baby girl Lisa was.
Right.
So I think that's what he wants.
No, she's definitely more passive.
She is nicer though than baby girl Lisa.
All her toes are
broad.
Yeah. They're fresh.
They're fresh. They don't stink.
They're fresh grown toes.
Yuck.
They're all nice and sprouted.
Yum.
They don't have any root rot.
Yeah. Ew. Yuck.
All right. Well, this is going to be a really long night for Kimberly.
Yes, it is.
Because she's going to be all alone and Usman is going to be holding his pillow like he means it. But it's a great time to play some games on your phone.
Especially games that don't require Wi-Fi.
It's so true. Best Fiends is a mobile puzzle game that anyone can download and play. Whether you have a few minutes or a few hours, Best Fiends is the perfect puzzle game to lose yourself in because you're having so much fun. The game features tons of cute characters that help you solve thousands of fun puzzles. And the more you play, the more characters you collect. And the more you win, the more challenges you face. New characters and challenging puzzles are added all the time. And there are tons of fun events where you can win huge rewards in game.
Love that.
With thousands of levels, you can literally play as long as you want and never get bored. Trust me on that because Noelle and I have been playing.
I play all night long.
I know. I play in the bathtub mostly.
We've been playing for ages now.
We really have. We really, really have.
Right. It doesn't stop.
So Kimberly will definitely have something to do if she downloads Best Fiends. Guys, you can download Best Fiends for free today on the App Store or Google Play. That's friends without the R. Best Fiends.
Okay, cute.
Let's talk about Gino and Jasmine.
Oh, God. Okay.
So she asked him to pick out a dress. And so he picks the purple one. So she wears the red one.
She wears the red one. She's got such a sick body. She really does.
She really does. So her ex-husband and her are officially divorced like last week.
I know. That's so crazy. Maybe it was like dragged out.
Oh, it always is though.
Yeah.
So they're going to have a party for the divorce tonight, but Gino's not invited. So Jasmine's going to have her own private party in a different hotel room.
Could you imagine if the tables were turned already? Her head would explode.
Why? That's so weird. This is obviously a storyline.
Right. Like, why don't you wait until he goes home? He's only there for like 2 weeks.
Right.
You can't wait to have a party?
You're having an after Christmas divorce party?
She thinks the space would be good for them, though.
Yeah, the space. We're going to go downstairs.
The space for an hour. Great.
So tomorrow they leave for the vacation, though.
The vacation that he paid for, the $2,500 vacation.
Yeah, the $2,500 weekend.
Yeah, sounds great.
She said that she is sick with jealousy about his ex-wife.
Get over it.
And then she also says that he's old and at risk and almost died during sex with her.
But that's what I mean. It's like, wait, what?
So which one is it? Is he old and gross and you hate him, or you're jealous? You're dying with jealousy.
That's the thing. I think she's just like talking shit because she actually like likes him. I think.
I can't tell what's happening, Noelle.
No, I know.
So this guy in camouflage, he's in a costume.
Yuck.
Okay. She claims that he is a hot, muscular, husky toned man.
Yes.
Now, doesn't husky mean fat?
Okay, I thought so. That's what I call my dog all the time.
That's not nice, Noelle. No, but
I
what I'm
shame
saying
him.
is like,
Yes.
I think she means like that he's like hunky,
Yes.
and she's saying husky.
Like hunky, manly, whatever.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Gross.
I hated everything about this. Get me a female stripper, please. I can't handle this. I do not want a man shaking his things in my face.
Let me tell you something. I'm getting like I don't feel good right now.
No, I know. I feel faint. You're sweating.
If a man, like a stripper man, first of all, this guy, I don't understand what was happening.
Me too.
He was like just a guy.
Right. Just a guy in costume.
Right. So if you did that and you got me like this man for any kind of party and he touched me.
Yes.
I think my skin would know to burn into acid.
Tracey, I'm watching him.
If this man has his underwear on,
yes,
and is dancing on me,
but that's what I mean.
I'm gonna fake my own death.
He is shaking.
I would have slid out of the chair and fainted onto the floor just to save myself.
She loves it. She loves it though. He is shaking his dingleberries in her face. She loves it. She is smacking his ass.
I can't take it.
No, me neither. I would be like, I'm not friends with you guys anymore.
This is so like, if you want to get me really upset,
do this.
Yeah. 100% do this. I do not like this. I think it is so gross.
I also think it's very inappropriate. You're so psycho jealous.
Well, this is what I'm saying. This is a very bad setup.
It's BS.
All right. So Gino looks like he's having a breakdown. He's circling the bed. He's whispering.
He doesn't know what to do without her. He's like, I don't know what to do next. Is there not a TV there?
Can you watch Can you watch some TikTok videos?
That's what I mean. Relax,
play best fiends.
Bro.
What are you doing? All right. So she wants to take the party to Gino.
Right.
And so her and her friends go over to Gino and they're pretending to pop an open bottle of champagne.
Yes.
It's clearly opened already.
No, but they need to pop it.
And she also wants us to know that she wants a certain body part of his.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for letting us know that.
So now they show him a video of 4 minutes ago that she's sitting on. It was such an unbelievable party because there was nothing believable about it. It was like her sitting like in a folding chair by herself. I don't even think there was music.
There was like 2 or 3 people there. There was no snacks.
They had one bottle of champagne that they had to pop in both hotel rooms.
But that's what I'm saying. There was nothing there. This wasn't a real hotel. There's not even like a sign like happy divorce.
No.
Yeah.
And he was like, why couldn't you have just not told me that?
Right.
And then she apologizes.
She's so full of shit though.
She really is. But you know what else she's full of?
What?
Birth control.
She is full of birth control.
Are you feeling sluggish, bloated, moody, and always tired or not in the mood? These are all signs of hormonal imbalances. Not to fear, because Hello Me is on a mission to empower you to take control of your hormonal health and look and feel great at every stage of life. So Hello Me's first product, Top Up Tonic, is formulated with the highest grade vitamins and minerals, specifically targeted to help anyone experiencing PMS and the symptoms of hormonal imbalance. Just one small supplement a day gets your energy, mood, sex drive, skin, and metabolism back where they should be. Top Up Tonic is pretty amazing.
That sounds amazing.
It has everything in it that you would want.
It sounds like it to me.
Try Top Up Tonic with a 60-day money-back guarantee. You know I love a money-back guarantee.
Yeah, I know you do.
And get 25% off at checkout. I love a discount too. When you go to hello.me/trash talk and use promo code trash talk. That's hello, HELLO.me/trash talk and use promo trash talk today. You could redefine what it means to be hormonal. And as always, guys, everything is in the show notes.
In the show notes. That's my favorite place.
That's where I live. All right. Well, let's talk about Caleb and Alina. This might be the last we talk about them.
Okay. Here's the thing. I'm very happy about this.
But also what happens at the end.
I want to know the end result. Yes. Right. That's what it is.
Wrap it up.
Just tell us. How about just put it on the screen
and be like
in writing.
Alina has stabbed Caleb and is using his body as a step stool to get on.
But that's what
Yeah.
That's it. Just tell us what happened. I don't care that they are never on again. I don't need to see it.
Sure. So Elijah is going to be going home. And so, okay, let's talk about this again. What happens if roles were reversed?
What do you mean?
Okay, so Elijah walks in on them during sex.
Oh, right. Okay, this is what we're
because
talking about.
Alina
oh my God, this
gave
would
him
be terrible.
keys, right? Caleb was half naked, and Elijah was making eye contact and wouldn't leave.
Yes,
he was being very, very creepy.
I'm seeing a side of Elijah I actually really, really hate. Hate it.
I don't like this at all. So he tells Caleb that he looked really good.
Gross. That's not your place. That's so out of line.
So they play Never Have I Ever.
Of course, Elijah comes up with this.
Elijah comes up with it, and we find out that Caleb had sex with more than 100 women. This is very bad acting.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like this is so scripted.
I think Elijah, okay. So it didn't seem so scripted on like Caleb or Alina, but Elijah, it felt like he was reading off of something.
Off of like
because how did he know that Caleb slept with over 100 women? How would he know that? That's not a typical guy.
It was very weird. Then he's like, never have I ever kept a secret from my partner that I've known for 13 years. 13 years. Do you know? They've known each other for 13 years.
But here's the thing.
They haven't.
You and I, me and you.
Yeah.
We're the bestest friends in the world. Would we ever dime each other out like that for real? Like we would, if it was me, you and your man, you think I would do that to you?
No, I wouldn't be friends with you anymore.
I wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's like, "Oh, Elijah's so great. He sucks."
I know, but he was great in the first episode.
He was great in the first episode, but once I don't know, things turned for me.
He's like mean.
But once he came out in here and he was talking about how, like, he obviously came in because he knew they were banging. That's what I find so creepy.
But that's what I'm saying. Can you imagine? So it's like Caleb's a guy, but can you imagine, like, for example, let's see, what's another couple? Gino and Jasmine.
Yeah.
Gino has his buddy in the next room.
And
his buddy comes in and just stares at Jasmine naked
and says like how good she looked.
Yeah, 911.
But that's what I mean. That's so crazy. There's a lot of double standards.
A lot of double standards. This is so anyway.
Also, why do you want to see Alina banging? That's your friend. I don't know. Yeah.
13 years.
Okay, but like enough with 13 years because that's not even true.
That's not even true. So because they weren't talking for the whole 13 years.
Right. They met 13 years ago.
All right. Well, Caleb does not care. And Alina is fake angry.
Also, Caleb should take this as his way out.
Yeah. So now Alina can walk up the stairs because she's walking up the stairs. And I'm like, weird.
It's because now she's kind of mad or uncomfortable.
Right. So she has her trench coat on and she puts on her sexy teddy.
But why do they have to show how hard it was for her to get in the bed?
Okay, but also he ignores her.
Okay, I know. And I'm like, I would have been like, do you need some help?
I mean, I would have just gone over and helped her.
He was just sitting there on his phone.
God. So she tells him about her ex.
Right.
He doesn't care.
No, he doesn't care.
So
this is not a thing.
No. So she said that she was living with him and still dating him when she was talking to Caleb.
Yes.
Also, they've known each other for 13 years. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So he said that they need to take things slow. And he said, you know, because I can't really trust you. You might be lying about other things. And then he said, here's a quote. I don't want to make any commitment to you at this point.
Okay, but here's the thing. Why is she like begging him for a commitment?
Because she thinks that okay. So I have kind of like mixed feelings on this.
Okay.
You're on a show called 90 Day Fiance that before the 90 days. So basically it's like you guys are planning on getting married. Before the 90 days is supposed to be just before you get your visa.
Right. But I feel like, did Caleb ever even talk about marrying Alina?
This is a dating show.
Yes.
I don't want to watch a dating show.
Right. Because not all of these couples like Ella and Johnny, they don't talk about getting married. Like not all of these couples talk about getting married.
Right.
Neither do Kimberly and Usman.
I mean, the only ones who talk about being married is Memphis and Hamza, but they're not talking about doing the K1 visa.
Right.
They're talking about probably a spousal visa.
None of them have talked about the visa at all. Not one
Right.
time.
So I'm just
Mhm.
confused on like what we're doing on this show. This
Right,
is a
'cause-
dating show. This is an overseas dating show.
Basically, he just went to Turkey to meet her.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
Right.
Uh-huh.
But so on that part, like I could see where we would get confused and be like, yeah, of course they're going to be making a commitment to each other. But it's like,
Sure.
no, they just met.
Right. Well, that's the thing. And she's like, I want a commitment. I want a commitment. And he's like, but like, we're still just finding things out about each other, which I get.
Yeah.
I do get that.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I hope this is the last we see of them.
I think it might be.
Yeah.
But you know what?
What?
It's not the last we see of the styles because wide leg jeans, chunky sneakers, everything old is new again, right?
It's back.
Girlfriend Collective means that, but literally because they turn plastic bottles and other waste that would end up in a landfill into something new to wear.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, we've been wearing leggings from Girlfriend Collective and sports bras. Girlfriend Collective creates responsibly sourced activewear for everyone from a size extra, extra small to a 6XL.
Everything is really comfortable too.
Very comfortable, very
Mhm.
well made. They've got you covered from head to toe. You can find pants with different compression levels for ultimate comfort, supportive and soft bras and underwear, workout dresses, joggers, sweats, beanies, and even cute slide sandals. And Girlfriend makes their items in your go-to staple colors, but also they make fun, bright colors and new seasonal releases to choose from. And they also have a garment take-back program called the Re-Girlfriend.
What's that?
So once you're done loving your pieces, a long time from now, of course, you send them
Mhm.
back to be upcycled into new girlfriend gear.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. So you could feel good in what you wear, whatever you're doing with Girlfriend Collective. Everyone's always asking us for recommendations on leggings.
Yes.
Check these out. For listeners of the show, Girlfriend Collective is offering $25 off your purchase of 100 or more when you go to girlfriend.com/90dayfiance. That's $25 off 100 or more when you go to girlfriend.com/90dayfiance. Girlfriend.com/90dayfiance. And you know where to find that.
Awesome. Show notes.
All right, let's talk about Memphis and Hamza.
Memphis and Hamza. I don't like watching them.
Hamza,
I don't know. You know what it is? I always think of the hand.
the Hamza.
Hamza.
Yes.
Mhm.
So he's lying about his age. We get it.
Yeah. Okay. Why are you flipping out?
Also, I just feel like it's just proving that you don't even know this guy.
Well, that's the thing. It's so weird to me that she's this adamant that she has to marry him. It's
Right.
very weird.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
So the embassy is 2 hours away. So they're going to go
Right.
stay in a hotel after they go. And he can't drive. So he said that they might, if they can't find a ride, they'll go on the bus.
Right.
And she said, you ready?
Mhm.
Quote, I don't want to go on bus with stuff. Corona, no, no, no. You find ride.
Gross.
Okay, so the problem is that Hamza, when he learns English, is going to be speaking like this.
Yes. Yes.
And
He's
people
never
are,
going to learn correctly.
and people are going to think that he speaks broken English,
Right.
but he's
But
just
he's just speaking what he knows. Yeah.
exactly. So he
Mhm.
calls Yusuf.
Right.
Yusuf's always down for a nice
Mhm.
2-hour drive
Good friend.
one way.
Right. But that's what I mean. Good friend.
He's like, you got 7 hours to spare?
Right.
Yusuf's like, say no more, fam.
But maybe he even got used to a hotel room too to wait for them. Who knows?
Maybe
Yeah.
Yusuf's an Uber driver. So the embassy closes at 5 p.m.
Right.
and because they need approval for the wedding.
Right.
But Yusuf
Mm-hmm.
forgets his car insurance and they can't drive without it. So they wait for, he said 5 minutes. So he
Yes.
tells Hamza, I'm going to be 5 minutes. So Hamza translates that to 10 minutes. He's like,
Right.
he said 10 minutes.
Okay.
How long did they wait?
I feel like a very long time.
I feel like almost all day.
Yes.
So he said that she nags and doesn't like her attitude.
But I don't either.
Not
don't
to
like-
her, though. I think that was in the confessional.
Well, that's the thing. He won't say that to her.
Well, it's an hour later. They're still waiting for this guy.
Right.
He finally gets the papers. And she said, by the time we get there, they're going to be closed. But she doesn't just say that.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, by the time we get there, going to be closed.
Right.
And I'm like, oh God. Oh,
Like she is insufferable. She just is.
So they are going to go to the hotel first. And then the
Right.
next day they'll go to the embassy. And she starts talking
Right.
about like, how she wants a stepfather for her children.
Okay, but I haven't even heard her talk about her children one time
Mhm.
with him.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy.
I wonder if he knows about them.
But that's what I mean.
They're in a hotel.
Uh-huh.
They're in a very nice hotel.
Okay.
It's
I
like
love
an
this hotel
Airbnb
room.
kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah. I really like
I
it.
want a loft bed.
I love it. And he said now that they're in the hotel, he
Mhm.
won't have the issues that he had in his mom's room.
Right. It won't be 30 seconds.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
she wants to drink.
Yeah. She triggered me.
Why? Tell me.
She goes to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
I want 2 Grey Gooses.
Mhm.
First of
More.
all, you're ordering trash vodka, but you think it's good. And second of all, you keep telling the bartender to add more into it.
More vodka.
You're everyone who I've ever hated as a
Okay.
customer.
But here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
When you order vodka on the
Uh-huh.
rocks,
Uh-huh.
what is that?
What do you mean?
Like how much do you put in a vodka on the rocks?
2 shots, usually.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but that's it.
But here's the thing.
It's
Why
not
don't
a
you just
glass of vodka.
That's what people don't realize. Also, just get it vodka on the rocks with a splash of cranberry. Then you'll have a strong drink.
Right.
Because then you have it in a rocks glass. But people see a rocks glass,
And they think
And
it's
they're
not
like,
as much.
they think it's not as much. I got so triggered watching
know you
this,
did.
and I'm like, okay, now I know what my problem is with her. Stop
Okay.
ordering Grey Goose too. It's trash.
When we worked together
Yeah.
at a very famous chain restaurant.
Mhm.
Very famous.
Mhm.
I was your waitress.
Yes.
Noelle was your bartender.
Yes.
People would send back the drinks,
All the time.
and I would say, "Hey, Noelle."
Mhm.
That's what hit me.
Mhm.
They said it's not strong enough.
Yes.
But each drink is made with a certain amount of alcohol, and like that's it.
What the thing that drove me crazy was people would be like, I can't taste the alcohol.
That's the whole point.
Yes.
That is the entire point. If you
It
want to
doesn't
taste
mean,
the
what do you think?
alcohol-
I'm giving you a glass of juice. Come on.
right? So, you would then fill the straw with the
I
most
would.
repulsive alcohol you could find,
Mhm.
and you would say, "Here you go, bring it back to them," and they would take the sip. They would be
Uh-huh.
startled, but
Uh-huh.
that's what you asked for.
But you and I would laugh and laugh and laugh because we'd
Yes.
be like, look at these morons
Uh-huh.
drinking a mouthful of whiskey in their pina
Ugh.
colada. Uh-huh.
So gross. He said that he only drinks on special occasions with someone special, and she loves that he said that.
I think he just doesn't like to drink. Like, same. I drink a half a glass of wine on a
Right,
special occasion.
But that's not what he's saying, because remember, in his religion, in his culture, he's not supposed to drink.
Right. That's what I thought.
Yes. So she wants to make sure that he can get a boner.
Okay. Why is she doing this? And she keeps like making like, oh, he's gonna get whiskey dick and
Right.
this and that. What are you doing?
And then she tells him that he's young, he's immature, and
what do you like about him? How about
What
that?
is-
Let's play that game.
what does he like about her?
Going to America, I guess.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know?
So she said that if they don't get married now, they need to split up.
But why can't you?
I think
just
that's a
date?
perfect ultimatum.
No, I know, but I'm
I'd
saying
be like,
like,
oh, the second one.
why? Me too. If I was him, I'd be like, awesome. Okay, say no more.
You're
fam.
right. You're right. I'm very scared. Thank you. I'm
But
very
why
immature.
is she in such a rush to marry him? You don't
I
speak
don't
the
know,
same
Noelle.
language.
But I got to tell you something.
Yeah,
Her crazy eyes were out all the way.
she had them. She has
Mhm.
them. Mhm.
She has them currently.
She has them
Oh,
still.
God.
Mhm.
All right. So let's talk about Ella and Johnny.
Ella is she's another character.
She's something. She's upset and she misses her Asian prince.
Mm-hmm.
So Corby and her husband Pow and her go to lunch.
Right.
And we find out that Johnny could go to Dubai to
Right.
quarantine, but
Mhm.
now he wants to delay the trip. And then she says, quote, he's worried because of the virus. And Corby's like, COVID?
Like what? Like how outlandish it is.
Like COVID?
Uh-huh.
When it's
People are afraid of that.
She said it's a stupid excuse because you can be safe and travel. And
I actually don't think that's true.
she said that, but she said that he cancels a lot.
Right. Like, so I guess this isn't the first time he's done this.
Maybe. So he says something about like he needs to get a license when he gets there.
That's what I didn't understand. She said something about him getting a license and he's going to bring a boatload of cash with him.
I don't understand.
Me neither. Yeah, I didn't get that. How the hell would he get his license here too? Can you?
I guess.
Maybe. I don't know. I just think it's so random.
So maybe it's
Mhm.
his parents, she thinks, is why he doesn't want to be here with her.
Anything to take it off of her that he doesn't like her.
Right. So
You know?
he had bought a ticket to Dubai, but he wants to cancel it. And she
Right.
goes, I don't understand what his problem is. Quote, he's vaccinated. He's smart.
Okay, but like also
She goes, he even bought a hazmat suit to travel. Okay, but here's the thing. He's like, listen, the infection rates are going up. I don't have health insurance. I don't
Mhm.
want to get sick.
yeah. And like if he winds up, say, in the hospital here, he doesn't have insurance.
She said that it's not bad or risky enough to cancel.
She's so selfish. So why can't she go there?
Who knows? Well, he says, quote, that's what we call American thinking. And he said that it's really funny because he did this thing where like you insult someone by complimenting them.
Yes.
And he goes, Americans are very brave.
It's very funny though.
That was
but
very
he's
funny.
right. He's like, in China, like they're strict. We stay
Yeah.
home.
So she said, quote, people have been traveling to other countries and they have been fine. What? That's a very general statement.
Right. But also how do you think these variants are spreading
I
from
think
country to country?
if
Travel.
you maybe
Mhm.
read the news,
Mhm.
you might see that other people have been traveling and have not been fine.
She's very selfish.
She's paranoid about his parents. And he said that his parents are concerned, but like, that's not why.
Yeah.
He said that he can't get sick because he has to support his family, but she's very desperate and very nasty.
Okay, but she's like crying and mean, like, oh, I'll have to move on. Then move on.
Move on.
Bye.
Move on.
Move on so I don't have to watch you anymore. Bye.
Oh my God. Please move on. Move anywhere. Just
Please.
go away. Speaking of going away, let's talk about Mike and Imena.
Imena, I like her.
Okay. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
The 24 years that she's been alive have been
Yeah.
the longest 24 years I've ever seen.
She's seen a lot.
If you told me she was 48, I'd be like, yeah, I believe
Yeah. Uh-huh. A hard 48.
it. So they wake up and he's going to go get coffee.
Mhm.
And she says, what a dream. Quote, he's not the perfect treasure.
You think?
So she FaceTimes with her sister, Wendy.
Yeah.
He's super gross. He's messy. He farts. He burps. She said he
They
acts like a
show
kid.
it. They show it.
I know.
I don't want to see him burping.
And then the storm of all storms comes.
Oh man, if I was her, I'd be like, get me the hell out of here. Now I'm stuck inside with this guy.
He says te amo at the end of every sentence.
Yes, he does. He doesn't know what it means.
He doesn't know. So she wants to talk to him about what she doesn't like about him. This is such a Tracey conversation.
But I like that she's the most squeamish person in the world too. So she probably really is internally dying. This is a Tracey conversation.
This is I would be like, sit down. I want to tell you everything I hate about you.
Also, she's suddenly over it. I just feel like she's so checked out. Like,
yeah, she met him.
listen, he sucks.
She's like,
but
it's not worth the money. It's not worth
he
the
makes
money.
the wrong mistake, and now suddenly, like, you're so over it so quickly.
She doesn't like him. So she
well,
just
that's the
needs
problem.
Yeah. So she said that he's messy, tells him that he's burping, he's farting. It disgusts her and it makes her fall out of love with him.
Yeah, she's not impressed
Fall
by any
out?
of this. She's not in.
You were in?
Right.
No, you weren't in.
It's just funny, like you were just dry humping in the hot springs in front of your dad.
She wanted money. And then she realized like this is not worth the cash.
I guess, yeah.
He
Not worth the
apologizes.
pancake chip.
Stop it. Grandpa's at home waiting for Mike to come back. He's like, oh God, I hope he farts it out.
Still waiting.
So his farts were an accident, he said.
Okay.
So he said, quote, it's not as bad as jail, running from kids or killing for money. Okay.
Right.
But Mike,
Don't be a pig.
don't be a pig, but Mike,
I know.
just don't think she likes you. Do you think that maybe she just doesn't
No,
like you?
he will. Here's the thing. He'll never think that's what it is.
She said that he's too old to be acting like this. So
He's not wrong. She's not wrong though.
then she calls him an old man in not a cute way.
I know. No, like
And
you're
then-
an old man. Why are you acting like
Yeah.
this?
And then he says, te amo. She said if he doesn't change, she can't marry him. And he wants her to accept him as he is. And guess what?
What?
Someone will. It's not going to be her. She just needs some cash.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Exactly.
All right. So we find Ben. He has a very nice house.
Ben has a nice house. Ben is one of the only people I've ever seen on this franchise that I don't skeeve. He's not
Okay.
gross.
No, he's not gross.
No.
He's getting ready for Peru. He's going to be staying in Lima.
Uh-huh.
They got 2 hotel rooms. And
Do
then
you know
they're
how
gonna,
happy that would make me if I was meeting a man overseas and he's actually like, okay, we don't have to stay together?
yeah.
Yeah.
So him and Usman will be sharing a room.
Yes. He dresses very nicely too.
He does. Okay.
Mhm.
So here's the thing. You're supposed to dress nicely on a plane.
Okay. So my whole life flying, my mom in California, dad here. My
Business
mother
casual.
would have me in
Yeah.
like a prom dress.
Yeah.
Because she would also be like, maybe you'll get upgraded. I got upgraded to first class thousands of times. flying.
Really?
All the time. Because
Like,
I
look at
always
that
would-
baby in a blazer.
it's so true. And so many times they'd be like, oh, the flight is overbooked. And they would pay us to like
Yes.
get the next flight all the time. My
They
mother would
would
be
be
like,
like-
let's take that cash.
Look at that business baby.
But that's what I mean. Like, okay, we got a baby in slacks. Let's let's put her in first
Are
class.
those loafers? Get that girl some leg room
Yeah, I always
her-
dressed up.
for her pumps.
Yeah. Like little puppies.
No, it's true though. You are supposed to dress up.
Mhm.
So they're gonna drive to her parents' house,
Right.
and he's gonna get 2 hotel rooms because he's waiting for marriage.
Okay.
His son Elijah is 20 years old. He's driving him to the airport. And
He's not sold.
He's I gotta tell you, I love this kid.
Mhm.
And then he tells Elijah, I don't do stuff like this.
Elijah's like, actually,
He's like, I don't know if you know, but you did stuff like this, like
you do this all the time.
all the
Dad.
time. You remember Nigeria? Remember when you married that 18-year-old girl?
Uh-huh. Remember when you married Usman?
You remember when you and Michael were in a long distance relationship? So he said that he hopes he comes back, quote, with all your kidneys. How
Oh,
many?
right. I don't know. He thinks he's gonna get farmed.
Yeah, but how many kidneys? Not both your kidneys, all of your kidneys.
All of them.
All 12 of them.
Mhm.
So she texts him while he's waiting in the airport that her dad doesn't trust him and doesn't want him to come.
Right.
So it turns out months ago, he was supposed to go there and fly there for her birthday. But her parents were on vacation.
Right.
So he
okay.
had to cancel.
So she tells him 3 days beforehand that her parents are away and he was supposed to meet them, so he can't come. What?
Right. So he said that he's going to go now anyway because of God.
Okay. Well, God's gonna laugh at you when you land.
God's going to LOL a lot.
Yeah.
He looks insane.
You think
this
if
point.
Jesus saw how she treated him, he would never stop throwing up.
He
Tracey.
wouldn't.
That is what you would say.
Noelle.
Yeah.
This is like, if you guys don't listen to Catfish Trash Talk or watch Catfish, the TV show, you
Mhm.
should, because we have a podcast
have
called
to.
Catfish Trash Talk that recaps episodes of actual Catfish, the TV show on MTV. We know that there's certain patterns.
Mm-hmm.
People get in car crashes a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They're in the hospital. Their whole family dies constantly.
Their family dies all the time.
So it's like, this is another one. My parents aren't here, but you have to meet my parents, but you can't because they're not here. So you can't come here.
Remember the guy that got carjacked and then hit by the car? That was a good one. That was funny.
God, that was very, very funny. That was an amazing episode. Guys,
Oh,
if you want
man.
more of that, make sure you go over and listen to Catfish Trash Talk, available everywhere you listen to podcasts. This has been a really wild ride. If you want to listen to 90 Day Fiance, The Single Life, go to patreon.com/trash talk podcast. And everything about the podcast is at traceycarnazzo.com, including our merch that's for sale that you need to get your wife, girlfriend, partner, lover for Valentine's Day.
It's a good gift.
I know. I also do cameos. You can find that at traceycarnazzo.com as well. You could follow the show at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Follow Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And you can follow me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at Trixie Tuzini, TRIXIE TracyCarnazzo.com, patreon.com/trash talk podcast. You know all the stuff. Give us a 5-star rating, an amazing review. Maybe we'll read it on the show. I don't know. We watch the show, so you don't have to.
I want to tell you something real
Yeah.
quick. on the air. This
Oh.
just happened live. I got a text message. My friend Lisa, as we know,
Uh-huh.
text me hams a sexy time, big booby Memphis. That's what she just texted me.
She's quoting her directly.
I know. And I was like, oh, she must be watching the episode. Very good timing.
Lisa, we love you. And we will see you next week.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.